Yo, y'all, your boy JYD checking in. And today we're going to be covering the possible Devin Haney versus Romero fight. Um, Before we get into that, please make sure that y'all subscribe and hit that notification bell, turn on notifications so that y'all can always be aware whenever we post a new video here. We've been growing the YouTube community. It's definitely been lit. So much love and appreciation to y'all, man. Let's get it. Um, Devin Haney versus Rolly. So let's start off with Rolly. A lot of people say that Rolly isn't skilled or he's super unorthodox or awkward or however you want to put it. But just because you are unorthodox and have a different style, it does not mean that you are not skilled. It just means that your style is different. I'm not going to say Rolly is not skilled because I don't believe that to be true. Um, I do believe he has a very unorthodox style and that he can absolutely punch. He's beaten some really tough opponents. Even in his loss to Tank, for example, right? Even Tank said like, no, I couldn't just come right at him because he was really punching, like he really could punch. And then one thing that a lot of people overlook is that when you have someone so Devin Haney is a textbook boxer. He has a beautiful jab, nice 1-2, 1-2-3, all of that, right? When you have a textbook boxer, one of the things that gives a textbook boxer some of the biggest problems is an unorthodox, random style fighter, because a textbook boxer is used to seeing certain shots coming in a certain succession to where as though they're programmed to know, okay, 1, 2, 3, slip, boom, boom. But like they're used to seeing things happening in a certain way because they're used to seeing textbook boxing, as opposed to a guy who his style was just to you, it just appears to be random and wild and just off the hinge. That gives textbook boxers issues. And I think Rolly has that style. I think Rolly has that style and the punching power to really give anybody a problem, so long as you can't figure him out. So even if you take the Ryan Garcia win, um the Ryan Garcia win was a great joint for his resume. One, people think highly of Ryan Garcia, and Rolly showed you like this ain't that. Like, but I feel as though also Gervonta Davis said and showed the same thing when he said, if you take away Ryan's hook, you don't got nothing. And Rolly literally did the same thing. Everybody talks about how Rolly is random and wild and he can't fight and he's not skilled, but y'all will say Ryan Garcia is a more skilled fighter, and he beat Ryan Garcia completely shut down his hook and then just showed like this really he's just one dimensional. Um, is there things mechanically that Rolly can do better? Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. If it ain't broke, don't break it. If it ain't broke, don't break it. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Like if it works for him, it works for him because it can be said mechanically and technically he can do things better or differently. But why? If it's been working for him, why change it now? You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, if it's been working all this time and he's on the world class level, he's a champion. Why does it matter? You know what I mean? That man has been a champion. You can never take that from him. So why does it matter? I guess if you can't stop it, I'm not going to change it to acquiesce to you. And then on the other hand, we have Devin Haney, who again he's a sharp textbook boxer. Does absolutely have punching power, but people will say that he's not a finisher. People will say that he's not going to go to that next gear to finish you and get you out of here. Whereas though, if you for example, if you see the Brian Norman fight, he dropped Brian Norman early. What was that, in the second round? He dropped him in the second round, and boom, boom, straight down the middle, bang, bang. He dropped him in the second round, stood over him, but then people will tell you, he didn't step on the gas to get him out of there when when everyone thinks, feels, and believes that he could have absolutely gotten him out of here. But again, he will box your head off. Do I think that he can stop people. I do believe he can stop people, especially if he steps on the gas a little bit more than he does. But on the other hand, if I could just easily outbox you and box the night away, and you know what I mean, and make you look bad, why do I have to? And then people say you have to because of the entertainment factor, but sometimes getting out of the ring with the win is really the most important thing, and then you'll come back tomorrow. You'll come back the next day and live the fight on. Also, people said that Devin Haney was going to run from somebody like Brian Norman because of the punch power XYZ, and he didn't do that. He didn't run at all. Honestly, he was in range to hit him the entire time. The only time he what people would consider ran is when he was maneuvering off the ropes to take back the center ring. So I don't think he ran. I think he stood in front of him the whole entire time. But Devin Haney is the more technical boxer out of him and Rolly Romero, 110%. That right there, that shouldn't even be a part of the conversation. He is, in fact, the more technically sound boxer than Rolly is. But Rolly has said before, the only people that can beat he was saying basically yeah, I think he said the only person that could beat Devin Haney was him and Ryan Garcia. I think he said that. And after the Osterine pop before the Osterine pop happened, Rolly was just like, I told y'all, the only people that could beat him is me and Ryan. But then Ryan popped positive for Osterine, so I don't consider that a win, because I don't care how much people will say, oh, it's in the system. That's because you don't know what microdosing is and you don't know how microdosing works and all those things of that nature. And I'm not getting into that because I frankly don't have to. I don't care to. I'm not going to explain boxing to people who don't know boxing. If you just have a bias for Ryan Garcia and you like him, that's your business. More power to you. But if you have this much in your system, that's more than enough. Because why is it in your system anyway? But I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole because I don't feel like it. But yeah, so Rolly believes that he can. I say all that to say Rolly believes that he can, in fact, beat Devin Haney. But Devin Haney has the better feet. He has the better jab, and he's more technically sound than Rolly. I do think this is going to be an interesting fight, though, because if Rolly does put his hands on Ryan Garcia, because I'm sorry, not Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney. If Rolly does put his hands on Devin Haney, it can change the night because everyone has a puncher's chance 100%, and Rolly has punch power in order to change that. Like he has punch power to put anybody out, and that's just the fact of the matter. He has punch power to put anybody out. And Devin Haney has punch power, and I do firmly believe that Devin Haney has the punch power to put anybody out. It's just, are you going to press the issue to put whoever out that's standing in front of you? But now we're specifically talking about Rolly. Are you going to press the issue to get Rolly out of here, or are you going to just box the night away? Sometimes it's not about. Well, I'm going to give my prediction on the fight. I'm not going to say prediction, but I'm going to say who I think. I think that Devin Haney should be able to win this fight. Do I think it's going to be an easy fight? No, I'm going to be honest. I don't think it's going to be an easy fight. I don't think it's going to be an easy fight. I think it's going to be a tough fight. And I think that eventually Devin Haney is going to pull away. But it's not going to be easy, especially in the beginning. That awkward rhythm, that awkward style, that awkward timing from Rolly is going to cause issues. And even the punch power is going to cause issues. And then I think Devin Haney is going to pull away. I also think, I don't know which side is going to come on, though. And to be honest, I think that there is going to be a knockdown. 100% is going to be a knockdown in this fight. Who gets knocked down? I think it's whoever strikes first. I don't know who's going to get knocked down, but I firmly believe it's going to be a knockdown in this fight. Sometimes it's not about winning. Winning is not enough sometimes. It's about how you win. And for Devin Haney right now, it's a thing of what he decides he wants to do with this fight if he is to win this fight. If he boxes all 12 rounds and the fans and the crowd and the people hate it, then he's absolutely going to get the win. But at what cost? It's going to come at the cost of the crowd hating you, the fans saying, oh, he's boring and all this other stuff. It's going to come at that. But if he bites down and stops Rolly, then it's going to be, ooh, we got a problem right now. We have a problem. then you also got to remember with the performance that, because regardless of if people want to, if Devin Haney or anybody want to acknowledge or not, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are intertwined with each other like forever at this point. So if you look at Ryan Garcia's last performance against Mario Barrios, how aggressive he was and dominant he was, and then if Devin Haney goes out there and doesn't have that same performance against Rolly, it's going to be endless comparisons. And say what you will, if you're not I'm not saying that he is or isn't, but if you're not thick-skinned enough to say, I don't care what the crowd say, I got the win, and then continue to push forward and perform, then you cool. But if you allow that to penetrate your skin and get to you, then it's gonna be an issue. It's not about winning, it's about how you win sometimes. And I do believe for stock value, for marketability, for fan favor, I do believe that he would have to stop Rolly or put on an aggressively dominant performance. But if he puts on an aggressively dominant performance, I do believe he will stop Rolly. Now for Rolly, in order for Rolly to win this fight, which he absolutely can win this fight, in order for Rolly to win this fight, I think Rolly gonna have to strike early. I think Rolly gonna have to be consistently unorthodox, be his true natural self, throw caution to the wind, and do his thing. Do his thing how he does his thing. He has a very weird, awkward, hard, weird time, weird paced jab that he throws. And it's like a real weird joint, and that can throw you off because it's just like, it don't look like nothing that I'm used to. And then what can come behind it is that boom, that weird unorthodox hook, boom, or a weird straight, boom, or a weird body shot. He throws a lot of weird off-angled, weird time shots. And I think that is the key for him to win, because again, he does have a chance at winning this fight. Whether you think he's skilled or you like him or not, he has a very good chance of winning this fight. But I do think that Devin Haney is going to, I do believe that Devin Haney is going to win, but I think that Rolly has a very strong possibility also of winning this fight. It's not some runaway fight, how people will probably try to make this out to be. I don't see it that way. At worst, I think it's a 60-40 fight. At worst it's 60-40. It can even be, some people might even see it because of how clashing the styles are. It could be 50-50. Some people 55-45. It is what it is. But at worst, it's 60-40. Devin's way. But yes, I think it's a very winnable fight on both ends. I would have to lean toward Devin Haney. I'm actually a fan of Rolly, and I'm actually a fan of Devin Haney. So, no disrespect to either fighter, no hate, no shade to either fighter. I think that they're both great in their own light and in their own right. I think that Rolly is the perfect story of, this boxing stuff is not my life. Like, I'm more than just a boxer, and the loss don't define me, and I'm still one of the top fighters in the world. Because he really is. He's still one of the top fighters in his division. Like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just like, this stuff don't define me. It don't make me. Like, I am who I am, and I love who I am, and I could take losses, and I could still come back and still be the man. And I think Devin Haney is a product of, y'all don't like me because of who my father is, and y'all wanted me to have to come from some weird struggle that I did not have to come from. Like, I'm not a chump just because I didn't come from some weird street background struggle. No. And also, again, him and Ryan Garcia being tied together for life. Oh, Ryan Garcia beat him, and Ryan Garcia popped. Oh, well, he tried to sue. I'm not mad at him for trying to sue. It should definitely be harder and worse ramifications for popping positive for PEDs. It don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. So I think that's the thing that Devin Haney has. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's the perfect fight to make happen. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Please subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, share, leave your thoughts in the comments below. JYD signing out. Until next time, live from the diaper room. Peace.